This lesson focuses on angles, how to measure them, and how to use them with compass directions. How do you describe a turn with accuracy? By the end, you should be able to measure angles of all sizes and work with clockwise and anti-clockwise turns. The session sets clear goals. You must be able to measure angles of all sizes, and you should understand compass directions and turns made clockwise and anti-clockwise. Assessment focuses on measuring angles and identifying them with reference to compass directions. An angle is a measure of turn from a fixed point. Angles of any shape are measured in degrees. That idea of turn is the basis for everything that follows. A complete turn is 360 degrees. A right angle is 90 degrees. These standard turns give you a simple way to judge larger or smaller angles. The lesson identifies 3 sorts of angles. They are acute, obtuse, and reflex. Knowing these names helps you describe what kind of turn you are looking at before you measure it. Acute angles are one of the types shown in the identifying exercise. You are asked to decide which shown angles are acute. This helps you recognize the acute examples before measuring them. Obtuse angles are another name type in the lesson. The identifying task asks you to pick out which shown angles are obtuse. This supports accurate measuring and accurate classification. Reflex angles complete the set of named angle types. The exercise also asks you to find the reflex examples. Together, acute, obtuse, and reflex form the key vocabulary used here. A protractor is the tool used to measure angles. The lesson introduces it with a diagram that shows the measuring process. This is the method used for the worked examples that follow. One worked example shows an angle measured with a protractor. The angle in that example is 35 degrees. It shows how an exact reading is recorded. Another worked example shows how to measure an obtuse angle. The angle in that example is 140 degrees. This shows that the same measuring method also works for larger turns. Angles are also used to show direction. The compass diagram uses north, east, and northeast, and it indicates that similar direction labels are used around the compass. This connects measuring turns to the direction you are facing. The lesson links compass movement to standard turns. A full turn is 360 degrees, a half turn is 180 degrees, and a quarter turn is 90 degrees. The quarter turn is also a right angle. Turning anti-clockwise from north to southwest gives an angle of 135 degrees. This shows how direction words translate into a measured turn. Another direction example starts at south and turns anti-clockwise to southwest. The angle turned through is 315 degrees. It shows that the answer depends on following the stated direction of rotation. End at the southwest point. A third turn example starts at northeast and turns anti-clockwise to southeast. The angle turned through is 270 degrees. Again, the answer depends on following the stated direction carefully. The lesson also reverses the task. If you turn 180 degrees clockwise from northeast, you end up facing southwest. Here, you start with the angle and work out the direction. If you turn 180 degrees anti-clockwise from southeast, you end up facing northwest. This mirrors the earlier example and reinforces how a half turn changes direction. These examples mix quarter turns with smaller compass turns. A map-based task brings these skills together. It asks for directions to a chimney, bridge, TV mast, and farm, and it also asks for clockwise turns between a church, oak tree, bridge, farm, and TV mast. The listed answers include west, south, north, east, east 90 degrees, 45 degrees, 90 degrees, and 225 degrees. You should be able to measure angles of all sizes and understand compass directions with clockwise and anti-clockwise turns. The closing slides restate the main outcomes. You are then prompted to practice with the activities and complete the knowledge check. You are then prompted to practice with the activities and complete the knowledge check. You are then prompted to practice with the activities and complete the knowledge check. You are then prompted to practice with the activities and complete the knowledge check. The final step is to practice the activities and check your progress.